Joined in the rooms by Aishling Moloney. Aishling, obviously a frustrating game tonight. We seem to have dominance for large parts of the game, but just let Melbourne get some bursts of scores come through at times.
Yeah, that's probably true. I think it's very evident that we're all kind of flat here after that game. I suppose, I don't think the scoreboard really reflected what the effort we actually put in out there. Yeah, it's a bit disappointing, I suppose, when you lose by that much. Obviously, I suppose as a team, they are the standard bearers and everyone's trying to beat them. But I suppose losing by that much is probably the disappointing part. You would take a loss against them, but to get bet by that much and thinking that we all put in a great shift is a bit disappointing.
Something Dan mentioned after the game, the scoreboard, as you mentioned, didn't really reflect our game for the night, but Melbourne are obviously the benchmark for the competition. How did we feel and what did we learn out of that game?
That's the thing, and I suppose always when you come up against teams like that, don't they know how to win? And even I was watching them after the game, and you can make comparisons to teams back home and the way they carry themselves, and you're just like, that winning mentality is just something that's hard to beat out of a team. And I suppose, if we got one over the line for our mentality going forward, it would do great things. But yeah, look, I suppose Dan didn't look into it too much straight after the game. I suppose when we come back in here now on Monday, we'll get into it a bit further and look at analysis. But I think, we're a bit low at the minute, so he didn't want to make us lower than what we are.
You yourself, though, fantastic with 3 goals. When we did score, we seemed to do it okay with some great transition. Did you feel like that transition opened the forward line up and helped you get on the end of a few?
Definitely, yeah, and I think it's predominantly our movement up front. It's not every day the same kind of players on the ball. It's the 3 of us up front are working as a team, and that's pretty understandable. In the last few games we've played, it doesn't matter who gets on the scoreboard, just once we win at the end of the day. And I suppose that's probably the most frustrating. When you're kind of happy with how you played and you lose, it's still very frustrating because it's not as satisfying. But yeah, look, it was great. I might go out the next day, mightn't touch the ball. It might be Sherry on the ball, it might be Jackie. That's just how this game rolls. And yeah, it was great. But again, we'll have to look forward to next weekend.
And moving straight into that game against Essendon, we've overall had a pretty successful and positive season so far. Excited to get into that Essendon game?
Yeah, actually, yeah. I suppose I'm still learning this as well, so trying to take in all the players. I know they have a few big guns. I've been watching them on TV every weekend, and yeah, even as a team, I suppose just to see can we get back on the winning streak. They're obviously quite a strong team and decent, so that's going to be a big challenge for us. But hopefully now we can get back to winning ways next Saturday and see how we go.
And the crowd support has been evident all throughout the year so far, but especially at home. How important has that crowd support been for you personally and for the team getting us over the line?
Yeah, it's actually funny, even for me personally. I nearly don't half enjoy as much going out than what I do here. Every time I come to GMHB, I'm really excited. It's like multiply by 100 because when you're running out, it's just whole atmosphere of being in here beforehand, running out, and you have that sport behind you. It makes an awful difference, and it is the little things like that roaring us on at the end that gives us a spur. So yeah, I know there's a big push on to try to get more sport out of supporters, so it'll be great to see more people now for our next home game.
Thanks again, and congrats on your game.